Glory to Jesus Christ. Meditating on today's feast day, I remember the words of St. Isaac the Syrian. In his homilies, St. Isaac places a lot of emphasis on the works of angels in our spiritual life. And throughout our life, when we seek refuge, the angels and ask them for their protection, guidance, it is rare that we realize that their role is such a precise and clear understanding as St. Isaac is teaching us. And I summarized the paragraph that he wrote, and then I realized it's better for me to read it, so let me read it for you. St. Isaac writes, I hold as a truth, nevertheless, that our mind, without the mediation of the holy angels, is able of itself to be moved toward the good uninstructed. However, our mind cannot come to know evil or be incited by it without the mediation of the demons or the senses. The mind cannot work evil of itself, for good is implanted in our nature, but not so evil. Everything that is alien and comes in from without requires a mediator, so that knowledge of it might be gained. But that which is implanted within unfolds itself in nature without instruction, be it but dimly. But also our nature is such that of itself it moves toward the good. Its development and illumination cannot come to pass without the divine vision received from angels. They are our teachers, even as they are of one another. For the lower ones are taught by those who oversee them and possess more light. And so each order of angels is illuminated from the one above even up to the one order which possesses the Holy Trinity as teacher. Here, St. Isaac the Syrian tells us that we were created by God for himself, and it is his desire that we receive what he wants to give us. But the inclination to evil comes from demons or through our senses. Indifference or negligence opens the door to those provocations, as does consent to the impulses, sinful impulses, produced by our senses. And these impulses awaken our passions that are so relentless on satisfying their desires. This leads to sin and to a state in which our mind is increasingly darkened, unable to see clearly what is good. This state needs help. It needs teachers, or as St. Isaac the Syrian says, a mediator who brings enlightenment. And this is the role of the angels in our life. St. Isaac reminds us of this hierarchy of angelic orders, and also says that we also observe this process of learning and enlightenment, that we are part of this process. The lower orders are taught by and enlightened by the higher ones. God, of course, can enter this hierarchy by granting a direct revelation of his mysteries, but at the end of the day, it is our guardian angel who enlightens us and shows us light. Despite our inability to fully comprehend the greatness and workings of angels that are around us, the words of St. Isaac give us great hope and are an assurance that we are certainly not alone in our spiritual struggle. So let us today ask our guardian angel to come and help us, especially when we struggle in our spiritual life. He can guide us, he can enlighten us, and help us so we do not lose sight in the midst of temptations. Glory to Jesus Christ.
Join the faithful and download the Sensus Fidelium app today.